and then transitioning to person defense fairly quickly, which I think has worked. If they stay in that zone junk set, too long, what ends up happening is that actually Ozone is just off to the races, and the defense is just lagging too far behind.
Yeah,
it looks like they are in some sort of a junk set. Wooten out to Palmer.
Palmer across to Snow. Up to Hines, who sees a lot of yellow as she looks upfield. There's a lot of defense in that lane, but Andrea Palmer catches it up the line.
Back into person here. The All-Stars finding their marks. Kaylor bodying Palmer. And
with a nice mark from France.
And I think that Wei got a hand on that.
Yes, she did. Just enough of one that Lloyd and Hines, who were both back there, couldn't quite reel it in.
And that's got to be attributed to both Kaylor's excellent up the line defense.
Nice physical defense,
yeah,
right?
But also
a little bit of body.
Also that mark, which I believe
I think that was France.
Yeah.
France with an excellent no around mark. You could see the thrower really wanted to get a forehand off, and it was not.
And Sprague looking for Schaffner deep, and Wooten just gets a hand on that. We're just talking about that matchup.
Yeah, Wooten has, we talk about her on offense a lot, but actually she plays D-line for Ozone quite a bit because of that mark and because she is such a threat to get it deep to those receivers on turns.
Palmer trying to connect with Leathers, cannot. Edwards picks it up, finding Kaylor. High release flick to Sprague. Sprague.
Getting extra low on that one to avoid Woody's hands.
Yeah, finds Fitzgerald, back to Sprague. And then all the way around to Fitzgerald, who misreads a little bit, but it was also just a little too far out in front. Ozone will have another shot here at a hold. And a player that, we haven't actually talked about yet, but was on the All-Star Ultimate Tour last year is Hannah Leathers. She's number 51, or excuse me, 91.
Number 91.
And such an impressive player. I mean, if you haven't seen her Callahan video, go watch it right now, and then go watch it.
Basically an instructional video on how to get layout Ds.
Yeah, and so go watch it once and then go watch it 5 more times, because she's just an incredible player. And if you watch any of the games from last year's All-Star Ultimate Tour, just an incredible defender. She's the one who's taking the hardest matchups, and she's the one that's shutting them down so that they're just not an option. Leathers with a disc here. No
very
slouch on
versatile
offense
player, someone we think of as a cutter, but is doing some more handler duties for Ozone this year because she's extremely quick, and that's where they need good, solid players. So willing to fill in wherever the team needs her. Very selfless player and a great leader. And a phenomenal role model for women in the sport. She is a great advocate, against the patriarchy and all of that.
Out to Darch. And Leathers shakes and bakes.
Ankle breaking cut by